Hello and good afternoon, everyone. I am Joe Prisco. I am joined by Zyaire-Prettie Garrit from our volleyball program. She is one of the newest additions to our program, and we are very excited to have her. So, Zyaire, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me on here. I'm very excited.
Excellent, excellent. So, first off, I always ask, how's your family doing right now? With you being away from home, I know you're originally from California. So, how are they doing?
They're doing pretty good. Everything's different due to COVID, especially in California. Everything's shut down, but they're making the best out of everything that they have. So they're doing fine.
Excellent, excellent. I know that last year you were at Arkansas Pine Bluff. Did you end up going back home to California, or did you come immediately to New Orleans? Once the school year at Pine Bluff was the same thing as everything else has gone through with COVID. So
yes, so I went back home. I quarantined there. Tried to work out as much as possible, but I went back home. Visited my family. It was great because I hadn't seen them in such a long time because Arkansas is so far from California. But it was great. Yeah, I was at home and we just spent a lot of family time together.
Excellent, excellent. My next question to you is going to be, I've always wondered, coming from California, did you drive across the country? Did you fly, or how did you get to New Orleans?
That's a funny question because actually what had to happen was when COVID first started, they told me that we were going to come back to campus 2 weeks later. So what I literally did is I left all of my things in Arkansas. So I had to fly to Arkansas, and then I had to proceed to drive to New Orleans with all of my stuff.
Wow.
So yes, it was a journey.
Was it a packed car, or do you have a U-Haul for that?
No, it was like a big truck with like a bed at the back. So that's basically what I did. Mm-hmm.
Okay. My next question is going to be, what went into your decision to decide to transfer to Dillard?
Well, honestly, I feel like Dillard is one of the most well-respected, HBCUs, and my coach, Coach Lasanda Spurgeon, she's a great coach, and she was very, welcoming, and, I had some friends that previously went here that knew a little bit about the school, and it was right up my alley. They're great with academics, so I knew that this would probably be a good place for me.
Excellent, excellent. We're glad to have you. I'm going to ask kind of over the summer, did you get the opportunity to kind of work at all, or what were some things you did in California when you went back home with your family?
So that's actually over break, I started my own business. So over the break, I was just trying to find ways to make money. Not a lot of jobs are open. So I started my own business in the foreign exchange market, and that's been going great for me.
Tell us a little about that. That sounds like that's fascinating.
Basically, what it is if you travel to a different country, like Mexico per se, you can't use your US dollar, you would have to use your peso. So me and my team, I mentor about 100 people, and I basically help them learn how to, make money through the foreign exchange market.
Excellent. So yes. You're pretty good with exchange rates and numbers and whatnot.
Yes, have to.
Excellent. Excellent. So obviously, you're being kept very busy with your business. So did you have, but I know physically and mentally, you have to do a lot to be a collegiate volleyball player. So, was there activities that Coach Spurgeon sent you to allow you to stay physically active?
Yes, she sent us honestly a series of great workouts. There was those things on there really helped us, keep us in shape and keep us moving and ready, just to come back on campus, because when we come back, it's go time. Even though we're not specifically, in season, we still have to get our bodies ready to, win.
Excellent. And how about mentally? How did you mentally prepare? Because, it was a longer layoff than you typically would have. So is there anything you did mentally to keep yourself sharp and ready to play volleyball?
Yeah, honestly, I read this really good book called Mindset. And I also read a lot, which really helps me just about, your mind, because your mind is the start of everything. So reading really helped me out a lot, and just staying active with her workouts.
Excellent. Excellent. And during this period of time, besides, starting your own business, keeping yourself physically active, is there any other new hobbies or books or movies or anything else like that you picked up in the period of time over the summer?
I would have to say I swam a lot. I really like to swim. Like, so that's one thing that I continuously did was swim and swim. You know, that's really fun to me. It's very relaxing. So I would just say like getting better at swimming. Like I can tread water for a really long time now.
Excellent. Excellent. So I know there was a decision having to be made even to come back to campus, because I know that that was also a decision you had to make. You know, kind of walk me through that decision as well, because I know there had to be a lot of thoughts whether even to come back onto campus this year.
Yes, there was a lot of thoughts, especially, you know, when it came to my family wanting me to be safe. But I understood and, you know, I pretty much just trusted the program and trusted that we would take all the needed precautions for season, and everyone's been doing a great job. You know, we have everything that we do during practice. We just make sure that we're being safe. So I'm just glad that I had, you know, great staff, great coaches, good people like around making sure that everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing.
And how has your time on campus gone for you? I know it's a year like we have never had before, but, you know, how have your classes gone? How's being back on this campus, which is a new campus to you, gone?
Yes, I mean, I really love it just because my teammates are like extremely welcoming, and, you know, we've built like a pretty good relationship in this small time. So honestly, you know, with practicing, I spend most of the time with my team. If not, you know, it's nice outside like some days, but even if we're inside, you know, we're still having a good time, just relaxing and working out and getting to it, basically. Classes are great. You know, I have some good teachers. Even though it's online, they make it, you know, a little easier for us, which has been working out pretty well for me.
So, and I know it's still early in the semester, but are there any classes you're taking right now that you're really looking forward to or you're really excited about?
Yes, my sociology class. You know, I think that I really, really like that class just because it's so open, and, you know, you have all these different discussions in the middle of class. So I really like that when people are able to communicate and share their different opinions.
Okay, excellent. This question is going to be about, when did you first start playing volleyball and how did you get involved with the sport?
Okay, I first started playing volleyball when I was 9 years old. And I got started just because I literally had tried every other sport, like ballet, tap dancing, soccer, basketball, like, and I just didn't like any of them really. And one day I seen like a volleyball tryout on like near my neighborhood, and first day of volleyball, no knee pads, running shoes. Like I was not prepared at all, but I loved it. So I just kept going.
And what's your favorite part about playing the sport? You know, now that you've been playing it for a couple of years now, what do you enjoy most about volleyball?
I think the passion, like the feeling and the passion when you know that you and your team have spent so many hours inside the gym working and going hard, and then you guys win those big games and you just feel like the love and the hard work all coming together.
Excellent, excellent. And you mentioned you played a couple other sports growing up. What were some of your favorites that you played besides volleyball?
I really liked soccer. Honestly, which is new because I don't really like to run that much, but I really liked soccer and basketball. You know, I don't play basketball anymore, but I do watch a lot of basketball.
Okay. And this can be to, how have the first couple weeks, because I know that it's about the third or fourth week or so, you guys have been practicing in the gym. How has that gone for you?
That's been really good, honestly. Like, I'm picking up on a lot of new things. You know, I'm learning more about my teammates and how they play every single day. And we're just finding our chemistry. Like, we're getting into the groove of things. You know, I feel like we're trying to get better. So that's all I'm looking for. We're just getting ourselves ready for the season.
Excellent. And you had to be excited that at the very least, you saw the conference schedule. So there's light at the end of the tunnel there somewhere. So
yes. Oh, my gosh. Yes. That was a celebration.
Now we'll kind of get into some individual questions for you. So do you have a favorite actor or actress?
My favorite actress would probably be Jada Pickett. Yeah, that would be my favorite one.
How about, do you have a favorite movie?
Movie, I would have to say my favorite movie is,
Or movies, if you have a couple that. You know.
There's a movie called Get Rich or Die Trying. That's one of my favorites. Friday, and I really like, I forgot what the movie is called. I think it's called In Time, where instead of like having money, they give you time. Like, I don't know, it's a really good movie.
Cool,
yeah.
Cool. How about any, are you into music at all? Any particular musical artists or genre you're into?
I really like R&B, you know, music I could wake up to, you know, relax and do things. So R&B, and I definitely like Beyonce a lot.
All right. All right.
Yes.
And this is going to be, what is your favorite meal, or what's your favorite meal, whether, you know, you eat out or, you know, maybe your mom's cooking?
Crab legs. I love seafood. Like, I'm actually going to get some seafood right after this.
Excellent. We'll try not to delay you too long to get in seafood. How about this? Who is your favorite athlete growing up, or who's your favorite athlete now?
I actually have two. So one of my favorite athletes is Russell Westbrook, and the other one is Kobe Bryant.
Excellent, excellent. Did you grow up a Lakers fan?
Yes, I am. I am.
Excellent. So I know that you've only been on campus for a couple weeks. Have you had the chance to, are you living on or off campus?
I'm living in Suno apartments, so that's off campus.
Off campus, okay. So you prepare all your own meals. Is there a particular go-to that when you're making food for yourself?
Oh my gosh, I eat so many chicken fajitas. Like, oh, they're so good. Like, but I do go to the caf, and I really like the caf food here, which is crazy. Like, it's so good. At my last school wasn't as well as this one, so I'm very excited about that.
So, do you have a favorite meal in the cafeteria? Is there anything that's really caught your attention? You're like, you know what? That's one I want to keep coming back for.
French toast in the morning after practice is so good.
And with you guys practicing really early in the morning, it really is breakfast.
It's fresh, yes.
You guys typically start at 6 a.m., don't you? So.
Yes. Yes.
Wonderful. So I know you haven't had the chance to kind of, you know, you haven't been here long, but is there one of your teammates that you consider maybe your funniest teammate so far, or one that you know, always makes you crack up?
My funniest teammate has to be Kennedy. She is very funny. Like, if I mess up on a ball, like, I can always look at her, like, to make me laugh. Like, she's very funny, good spirited.
Excellent. This next question might be a difficult one, so we may have to come back to it. I'm just giving you a forewarning. Say you're having a dinner, and you can have anyone at your dinner that you want, whether they're alive, whether they're dead. What historical figures or family would you like to have at your dinner?
That's interesting. I would have to say Queen Nefertiti. She's way back in history, but my middle name is Nefertiti, so I always want to sit down with her. That's a queen. Probably Martin Luther King and my great-grandma.
Excellent. And with you just first being on campus, probably a lot of people don't know you as well. Do you have any like hidden or unknown talents that people don't know about you yet?
Let me see. Unknown talents. I actually, I can juggle. If
you
that
can juggle.
Yeah.
That's definitely a talent. So do you juggle balls? Do you juggle flags?
Yeah, honestly, sometimes I'll juggle with whatever. Like, I've juggled with flags and like tennis balls and everything like that.
Nice. What is your pregame ritual? Before every game, is there certain things you have to do?
Yes, before every game, if I'm in a hotel or at home, I definitely have to shower before the game and pray. And I also always like read a chapter out of one of my mindset books, you know, go over some notes, like get myself mentally prepared.
Excellent. And this is going to be kind of a strange question for you because now you started your own business. I'm sure you're in the saving mode right now with your business. So once you're no longer in a saving mode, or once you graduate from college, what's the first major purchase you're looking to make?
The first major purchase would probably be an apartment.
Excellent.
An apartment, definitely.
And with, you know, international, you know, what you're doing is international. Do you plan on staying in the United States, or is overseas a possibility for you?
No, I plan on staying in the United States, but I also want to have like some business connections, you know, overseas.
That makes sense. Definitely.
Yeah.
Say you get inducted to the Hall of Fame, whether it's, you know, your high school Hall of Fame, the Dillard Hall of Fame, or your work Hall of Fame. Who are some people you would thank in your Hall of Fame speech?
Ooh. honestly, I would just give a big thanks to everyone who has helped me along that journey, and especially, you know, to my mom and to my family, because I did have ACL reconstruction, and through that whole process, you know, they had been there for me. And if I didn't get through that, then I wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. So
Exactly.
yeah.
That's wonderful. When did you have, was ACL in high school, or was that?
Yes, that was my junior, the end of my junior year of high school.
Well, glad to have you back and at full capacity and whatnot.
Yes.
So, did you play any instruments growing up?
I played the flute.
Okay, excellent.
Yes.
It could have been when you were in the hidden talents as well. So,
Literally.
what was your first ever job?
My first ever job was working at a daycare, and I loved it. I love kids.
Great.
Yes.
What place have you always wanted to see that you haven't seen yet?
I would have to say Bora Bora. I'm like planning a trip. I have to go.
What's your hometown, you know, like with your hometown, I know you're from Long Beach.
Mm-hmm.
What are you most proud of being from Long Beach? Like when you're bragging to all your teammates that haven't had the chance to come out to California, you know, what do you brag about your hometown?
That we make like the best athletes. You know, there's a lot of people from Long Beach, California. You know, I personally didn't go to Poly, but so many great athletes have came out of Poly High School. Like, it's just, the whole city is just a great, you know, vibe, great environment.
Okay. What's one thing maybe you haven't learned how to do yet, but in the future you plan on learning how to do?
I'm not sure. That's a great question.
Oh, we can come back to it. What's one thing that maybe people often misunderstand about you until they get a chance to really know you well?
I would have to say that I am overly aggressive when it comes to playing volleyball, but I think it's just passion, and people, you know, start to learn that as soon as they play with me more.
Okay. What person or people inspire you?
A person that inspires me is definitely my sister, just because, you know, she's been through a lot of things, and she, you know, seeing her make it through and keep going just pushes me to just endure everything that I would go through.
Excellent, excellent. So what is one thing you absolutely cannot live without?
Absolutely cannot live without my family.
Wonderful answer. So my last question, it's going to be, you're a business administration major with emphasis in international business. Tell us about some of your future plans once you earn your degree. I know that you've got a business right now, but what would you like to do with your degree to expand upon your business, or maybe go into another field?
Yeah, so I definitely wanted to become, you know, a big like marketing executive for a big company, but also, you know, make my business right now into like a whole company in itself. So I'm just going to push myself to keep growing my business. So by the time I graduate, I can have my own thing going. But I would love to be like a marketing, you know, executive for a big company.
Wonderful. Well, Zyaire, I appreciate you taking the time talking with us today. You know, we always want to learn about all our new athletes, especially on campus, especially as we're still distancing and not sure exactly what's going to happen with fans. But I feel this is a great opportunity to kind of, you know, let you tell your story a little bit. So thank you for the time today.
Yes, thank you.